This time of year, the breeding is pretty much over with, and we have hummingbirds in the North America. They're all the way up into southern Alaska, they're all the way up into southern Canada, and all across the northern tier of states, and all the way to the south, breeding. A lot of them up north, so all those guys are headed now toward Central America, and they're all moving this way. So the people in the very far north of the U.S. and all will see less and less hummingbirds quickly. In the south, middle, and southern states, we'll see, first of all, a few weeks back, it started with, we're seeing just an increase in our hummingbirds because we don't have just the breeder birds here. We have our birds plus the adult birds from up north, plus all their babies moving south. And their mission then is to move south and fatten up before they have to cross the Gulf of Mexico or continue their long flight. And so they spend a lot of time eating.
Yes.
And so we get to see a lot more at our feeder.
There
and here's
you
a great
go.
shot. Oh, there's one of the Kohl's hummingbird feeders.
That's right.
And there's a
We
couple.
just happen to have that picture, right?
Yeah,
and you can so enjoy them on this Kohl's Hummer high rise. It's great. Let's go back to that shot for a minute because you can see, you get just such a great chance to be able to see the hummingbirds.
They're moving south now, and their behavior is changing a little bit because it's their mission now to eat as much as possible because they've got a really long trip once they leave the southern United States. Especially the birds in the eastern United States typically go down and cross the Gulf of Mexico nonstop down to Central America. The birds in the west tend to go down through Mexico and all, and mostly over land and not so much over the Gulf of Mexico. So either way, there's a long flight, and they're just moving down, so they'll spend the cold months up here, they'll spend down there near the beaches in Central America.
Seems like
really
a nice place to spend time, doesn't it?
They'll be down there for a while. They'll be coming back up here in March, April, and May. We'll see them flood back into the northern tier of states.
And I think we have another graphic that shows people like the nectar and everything that Kohl's has.
Yes. I'm proud of the nectar. The hummingbird feeder, it's really great. It's easy to clean, and it's very attractive to the birds. And I just love it because it doesn't drip, doesn't leak. You just put some in a saucer, it's got a cover over it, and the bird's sitting high up on a rail, so you can see across the feeder, you can see the bird on the other side. I used to have one of the other types of feeders before we came out with this one, and I'd have to put tape on the back side of the feeder to keep the birds from going on the back side of the feeder so I couldn't see them.
I remember that.
I'd tape everything up.
I remember you talking about
so
that.
that made no sense. So this one, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And then there's the hummingbird nectar. We're also very proud of that because it's done right. It's not a lot of red dye in it. There's not preservatives in it. It's pure, 3 types of sugars, the natural sugars that these birds use are found in flowers in the wild, in pretty much the proportions that you would find them in nature. So they get everything they're looking for in nature. They get it right here in this. And like I said, no preservatives, and the birds love it.
Yeah, and that's why, go ahead and look for that. And it's got all the different nectars, which is great.
Hello, this is Richard Kohl. I want to thank each of you for watching, and I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to share it.